Hello guys, here is the 1991 Aircool lighted housing ceiling fan that I got at a Restore a few months ago for $35, and despite it being a little on the pricey side, I'm kind of glad I got this fan. I think it looks pretty good, and it's in pretty good condition. It's not the best I've seen, but certainly I have worse condition than that. The blades are kind of warped, they're kind of droopy, but I think it was just the way that I got this fan. It maybe have gone a tad bit worse over time, but it is what it is. So these are, well, if you want to call them two-tone finish blades, there's blades that are as exactly how you see them with the gold stripe, or there's ones that have the plain stripe with the glass that is in between the blades is a little bit wider, which I think that design looks pretty nice as well. I'm thinking of flipping the blades over to that side and doing a separate video on. So this is the video of me recording this fan in an actual use case, in this case my bedroom. And I plan to do more of these videos soon. I think I'll do that Casablanca Ventura next. So I had to do some things with this fan. When I got this fan, the white wire was not present at all, so I had to fish a new wire up, which I don't know how Habitat for Humanity accepted that, but they did. And another thing is the pull chain switch that was for the light controlled both the uplight and the downlight on one pole. Well, I didn't want it like that, so I just put a new pull chain that has basically 1, 2, and then both. Which, as if you guys are experienced ceiling fan collectors, you know what I mean. And I also had to add a down rod because when I got this fan, there was no down rod, so I had to get about, I would say, a 3-inch down rod and put a ball on it so it can hang on the mounting bracket. And I decided to forego the medallion on this fan, even though I usually have a medallion when I have a ceiling fan, because the Campy was just way too big for the medallion. And which is just fine because that gives me some time to think about what color I can color the medallion with, because the ceiling in here, I did a change in 2022 and decided to paint it brown, which was kind of a dumb option because, I mean, yes, you have an earth tone, but at the same time, brass fans wouldn't look good in here anymore with a white medallion, so yeah. But I'll probably paint the medallion sometime soon. But anyway, I'll show you guys the fan. Here is the light. I have it currently set to the housing only. I'm going to pull it again. And it goes to downlight, which I have 40-watt incandescent bulbs. And they're the light bulbs that have, I don't know if this is going to be too warm to show you, but these are kind of special type bulbs because these look like just like the older light bulbs from, like, I don't know, probably when they were first coming out in the 1890s. So I thought those were really cool bulbs to put in. Not to mention the color temperature is a little bit lower, so it's perfect for a bedroom where you don't want a super white bulb. You want like a relaxing amber color. And the third pole is just all on, which you can just dim it with the dimmer. Which my dimmer is just a press button dimmer because I like that style a lot better than just to turn it. I think it feels a little bit more vintage. And I'm going to turn the fan on, and here's low. I have this hooked up to a 4-speed variable speed control, so that's what I have. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed with the low speed on this control because, I mean, this is probably not even up to speed yet, and it's going a little too fast for my liking. And when want it low, I want it nice and slow. This right here is a little too fast for my liking. Although the blade pitch on these blades are not super steep, so that could have something to do with it. The next fan that's going to be coming here is a Casablanca, and that has a high pitch, so I'm not going to take out that control. Even though either way, I am going to have to open up the control box to put in a three-way switch, because that fan has a reverse from the wall feature that I did. If you've been watching my channel lately, you know what I'm talking about that Casablanca Ventura that the IntelliTouch control gave out. There's speed 2. As you can see, that's getting kind of close to high. And the blades are a little out of clock. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a good video of that, but the blades are a little out of clock. Here's speed 3. Which it's getting close to high, but it's not quite to high yet. It's pushing out, I wouldn't say the best amount of air, but not the worst. I suppose if I could flip the blades over to the other side and have them de-warp, that might be a little bit better. After all, it's not too much of a change if I just flip them to the other side and have them maybe warp down. Although that might take another 34 years to do it. And in 34 years from now, I'll be 51. And high. This is full blast. And this thing is moving some good air. It's not really performing as much as it should because the blades are kind of sagging. So this thing is kind of loud because it has all the wind noise, which I can deal with that during my sleep because I sleep with the fan on, and that always that drowns out that noise. So I would call this a bedroom fan. I don't know if Casablanca Ventura will be a better example or not, but this I would definitely install. And no, this does not move as much air as a Casablanca does, but it also doesn't aspire to. Now, in 1991, I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be bashing me in the comments. I know this would have been a little bit on the cheaper side for fans. Maybe not super cheap, but on the cheaper side. But it has the lighted housing, so that's kind of buffing the price up a little bit. But still, the Casablanca ceiling fans were hundreds of dollars. This fan was probably around $100, although the price right now is just inflated, so I don't know how much this would have cost in 2025, because inflation rates from 1991 and right now in 2025 have gone up really bad. Here's the look with the lights on while it's running. And I have seen a ceiling fan pretty similar. I don't remember if it had the lighted housing or not, but there was a restaurant that my family and I went to when we would get back from South Dakota, and one of the trips in the late 2010s, perhaps 2018 or 19, and there were, I think, 4 or 5 of these fans. And I definitely remember them very vividly because the blade brackets were the exact same pretzel irons. So, yeah, I like this fan for those nostalgia reasons. I don't know if it had the lighted housing, though. And now off. Well, there you have it, my 1991 air-cooled lighted housing ceiling fan. Thank you. Have a nice day.